Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today we're going to get to a little bit of a problem I'm having. There's a tree, flowering tree that's about to transition from indoors to outdoors as we're getting later on into later on into spring, and the nights they're going to cease dipping below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is when I like to get my citrus and some of the tropicals outside. The issue with this one is it has grown very long and leggy, and I realize why it's been dropping so many leaves. It is infested with mealies. So we're going to get to that. We're going to prune it, and we're going to get it ready for going outside for this season. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. So Stella was helping me out on the deck, but she came through the doggy door. And so anyways, I have this tree set up over here, and I'm going to have to read it to you. I think it's a Vibiloron or something like that. Oh. All right, I'm all thumbs today because I sliced through my finger and nail with a hedge pruner, and that little splint is purely on to save me and from opening up the cut again. So they glued that shut the other day at the ER, and here we are. What are you doing in here? Oh yeah, that's a snack for later, baby. Some sweet potato and apple puffs. So we brought in our seedlings last night for our fruit and veggies. Those are pumpkins, butternut squash, and tomatoes over there. Oh, she's having a blast. That is the Stella free zone. Anyways, let me get through this real quick. So you see this tree, get some nice orange and yellow flowers. The Abutilon yellow lanterns is what it's called. I think the guy did some sort of a hybrid between this and another, and it was fuller and larger flowers, so he got rid of this one for me. It was very old and established. You should see it's got a really cool, gnarly, untamed base there, and I'd like to keep that to be the theme of this tree. Almost cut it in a circular fashion, not remove too many branches. Get it a little shorter so that we could fill it in. It's gotten a little bit leggy, and see if we can't treat these mealies. So I'm going to do with the mealies, I'm going to take a little bit of warm water in a spray bottle and add some all-natural dish soap. Shake it up good, and I'm just going to spray the hell out of this, and then we'll get it out of the sink, and we'll take a look at what we're going to prune and how we're going to prune it. Really cool leaves, almost like a trident maple style. 3 points. Nice. Let me show you the mealies. Nasty. Focus on them. Of course, it doesn't focus when you want it. Right there. Anyways, I guess you could take my word for it. That nasty white stuff. It's mealies. What, baby? What are you doing? What do you got there? Oh, you took a quarter out of the coin jar. Can you put it back in, please? Thank you. All right, Stella. We got to spray down this tree. You want to help me? Pop you in your little helper thing here. It's not snack time. All right, so I actually forgot I had this. Insecticidal super soap ready to use. So I went with it. For use on veggies, citrus, fruit, nut trees, berries, and ornamentals. I wanted to get it, as non-toxic as possible, but for organic gardening. Cool, yeah, that's why I got it. All right. So as safe as you can get, a nice pre-mixer, and so this will put it to the test. So I give it a good soaking. Now I'm gonna go join Stella. Stella, baby, what are you doing? All right, so she was just It's okay. It's okay. You could get into the bonsais if you want. I just asked what you were doing. I'm gonna come in there and we're gonna prune up this tree. Alright, so here we have it. It's been hosed down. And we're in the plant room. I really had fun emptying it this year. Getting some of the trees outside. Really give them all their appropriate space. So leave the change alone, baby. Come on, play with something else. Here, come help Daddy. Come on. Yeah, come on, come help me. You want to put the branches in the garbage? The ones I cut right here? Here. Yeah, go put that in the garbage over there. Please. Alright, so these all got pretty stringy, but I'm hoping there's a lot of buds on them. I'm hoping that just by trimming these back and then it getting, you know, a lot more hours of sunlight in spring, that this thing will bud out. More, you want to do that more? Yeah, keep doing it. Thank you. There are a couple of dead branches. I'll take them all the way back. And you can tell the dead branches just by the difference in color. It's looks like a dry piece of brown wood where the live branches are all a grayish hue. So now that I've honed in on that, I'm just going around and remove all the dead stuff. Removing the dead stuff and just removing a little bit of the length of this. Crazy. It's like, you know, it grows probably towards the sun and gets all tangled up. So that's also what adds to its cool roots, because a good rule of thumb is, at least with the trees that I was taught to prune outdoors, good rule of thumb is the root structure will look a lot like the canopy. So like if you have hydrangea in the yard and you're wondering how difficult they would be to get up and move, well, you know, if it's a 4-foot bulb, there's probably a 4-foot root bulb down there as well. I just totally clipped my finger here. So I got the hedger injury on the left, making do with the right. Laura's been a good sport, doing some of the things that I would normally do, although I did the chickens and all that this morning fine. Life continues. I didn't get it as bad as the bloke. They didn't want to do stitches because it was at the end of my finger and might have like nipped the end of the bone and nerves and stuff, so they just glued it together, but the glue definitely opened up. I'm gonna have to get some like at-home clear paint-on glue to continue through the healing process. But I mean, I had this huge gash on my foot from doing the chickens and flip-flops a few years back, and it was way worse than this finger thing. But I actually listened to Laura this time and went to the hospital. And it was probably for the best because it was with the hedge clipper, and they said there's an increase in vegetative activity that got in there, so they wanted to give me a tetanus shot because it was a metal battery operated hedge pruner, and also because of the plant matter. They gave me an antibiotic, but I'm probably not going to take it because I haven't been on antibiotics in like 15 years maybe. That's Stella. They were asking when the last time I had a tetanus shot was, and I said, well, it had to be before 2008 because that's when I got out of the Marine Corps, and I haven't been to the doctor since. So. You're doing such a good job. All right, I kind of have my height here, and so I can grab 3 or 4 at a time. Now just go around. And I'll probably give this thing another week indoors to kind of deal with whatever that spray did, and maybe kick off a little bit of new growth just to recover, and then I'll put it outside. And I'll probably put it outside in the afternoon when the sun's about to hit the horizon. Let it be out overnight when it's a mild temperature, and then a little bit at a time. Let it go to full sun. This thing was in a greenhouse that was made of glass and marble. It was pretty much any human in society's dream greenhouse. That was it. And and it would, on a timer, it would mist and keep a perfect rainforest like atmosphere in there. It was pretty glorious even just to be in. And so when it came to the ranch, I still had it indoors. I had plenty of eastern facing windows, plenty of natural light, but the humidity wasn't perfectly measured, just like it had been its whole life. And it didn't get sprayed by an aerial mister every however many hours they had it set up for. So this one, caught some issues. The other one, I can't remember the name of it. It was essentially a weeping orange flower. That was the one that they cross-pollinated with this to create a new species. That one it didn't deal well and it just died. This one has come back and flowered a few times, but each time a little less flowers and a little stringier. But I haven't messed with it. And just leaving it to have a lot of its branches, even though it's not technically correct by bonsai. That's just in the interest of not killing the tree, not doing anything too dramatic, and being able to just appreciate the flowers. So I won't look at this as a bonsai specifically, because it would probably bother me to leave so many crazy trunks coming out of so many different places. But I also don't want to leave holes and go traditional with it because of the aforementioned reasons. All right, so like this one growing completely across. All right, I might take that off. Okay, but then I'm gonna stop. Stelly, I still need your help, baby. I'm stepping on all sorts of branches. All right. And I kind of like how it starts low. There'll be flowers all the way around. So yeah. We'll spin a couple more dead branches. What, baby? Swing? Oh, there's it. Why don't you show me on the camera here? Let me see it. Oh, the baby's in a carriage. This spins. Alright, we're almost done here, kid. Yeah. Oh. Nasty Mealy. I think that's about the canopy I want. Right there. Uh-oh, did I go too far? Yep, I think that's gonna do it. Let's see if she can learn how to climb over that fence right now, because she's trying to. All right, Stelly, I think that's it, baby. So, that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai, y'all. Stella had a good time terrorizing Daddy. Look at this. Queen of the Night's finally budding out because I've had it in the protected room, away from a certain someone who'd like to defoliate it on the daily after hard pruning. No, don't put that in your mouth, baby. All right, so way cool trunk and roots. I dig that. I gotta get that one out of there. And then we're out of here. Yeah, that just totally ruined the visual line there. Boom. Cool. Yeah, that's way better. All right, now that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Y'all, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Stella keeping us on our toes over here. But anyways, hope y'all have had a great week going into a nice warm weather weekend. So hopefully you don't have to work too hard. And for my family, yours, cheers.